Hello everybody, I'm TechFaden07. It's another zoo video. Okay, so there's a couple of very important changes in today's list. You maybe saw on my version, my recent video with DRC in the main. Basically what I did with this list, if you compare it to the last list that played Nishoba Brawler and Abundant Harvest, I replaced a 4 Abundant Harvest with a 4 Mishra's Bubble, and I replaced 4 Nishoba's Brawler with 4 Dragon Ray Channelers. Okay, so in this way, so whole this time while I was playing Zoo, from the time I brewed my first list with Nishoba Brawler, yes, which is most popular list right now. Uh, I was always thinking, should I play Nakatel or Valnakatel, or should I play the Channeler? But Nakatel was just proved itself to be a lot better and a lot more aggressive card. In this archetype, we are looking for. That's the exact same reason why we played the Nishoba Brawler over Tarmogoyf. So we are looking for a card that will consistently give 3 mana on 3 damage on turn 2, and Varnakatel does that in 100% of cases if you keep keepable hands. So Dragon Ray Channeler, on the other hand, in 100% of cases in this deck will do 1 damage on turn 2. So that's a very very large, and pretty considerable difference. So that's why we didn't play Dragon Ray Channeler in the previous lists. However, um, I have a long past in playing Zoo, and I remember playing all the Zoo builds in the Lurus era, which haven't been able to play the Sign of Draco, and played the Black Scourge or the Skyclaves instead, and some other cards. Okay, so that version was really creature heavy, and that deck played both Nakatel, Ragavan, and DRC, but DRC was largely unimpressive in that build because they were so creature heavy that deck played really a of um, small amount of non-creature spells and a pretty small amount of lands too. So in the retrospective, I think that was really a low amount of lands. They played like 18, some lists 19 lands in the domain. Really low. Uh, okay, so we are still playing Sino Draco. So mana base also changed by adding the Dragon Ray Channeler to the main deck. We had to switch from Overgrown Tomb to Blood Crypt. Okay, so that's the reason why we also had to switch some of the fetches. So we had to bring the Arid Messas in. Arid Mesa enable us to grab the Blood Crypt more easily. Okay, so other than that, the mana base is pretty much similar, but the difference is this build doesn't want to play Triumphs at all, but I opted for playing Scions this time instead of Goyf, which I played in previous lists. I think Scion is still it's just one of the best cards in the archetype, and I think losing him and having Goyf in the main just makes you very graveyard dependent and weak to graveyard hate. And Sion is just a very good threat, and it wins so many matches. So that's why I decided to leave one Triomin, the better one from the pair, which enable us to go Savai, Triome, and Forest, which then Plays well around Blood Moon in games with side in the Cindervines. We'll talk about Cindervines later. Okay, so in this list, Sino Draco is not as good as in it's good, but it's a bit more awkward in this list, and in more situations, you will be forced to play him on turn 3 while holding interaction like both Stubborn Denial and Leyline Binding. But that's mostly fine. In most situations, we play Scion of Draco turn 3 anyway, and with the Dragon Rage Channeler help us find that third land more consistently. So it will be easier. I think it will be maybe even easier to cast Scion on turn 3 than before. Okay, so obviously, only problem with the Channeler in this deck, in most situations, you will play Channeler turn 1 if you're playing first, then maybe play Bubble, something like that. And turn 2, in a lot of situations, you will play Kavu if you have it. So you won't have any survey triggers on that turn 2. And then on turn 3, you will most likely or even either Kavu will die and you'll get closer to Delirium, or you'll play some other spell, then find Delirium, and then in a lot of these situations, it's not a rule, but in a lot of these situations, when you have Kavu in hand and Channeler as your only one drop, you will have Channeler as a 3/3 only on turn 3, which is okay. It is decent. Kau can also help Channeler getting the Delirium. And we still have 4 Dvarnakatals and 4 Ragavans, so we can be pretty aggressive. You can of course get turn 2 Delirium in a lot of these situations when you just play Bubble Bolt, Nakatal, fetch, get Delirium, whatever. Um, that's it. Okay. We'll just comment on the rest of the deck is the same. We just in comparison to the last Nishoba Brawler list, we changed 4 Mishra's Bubble instead of 4 Abundant Harvest, and 4 Dragon Channelers instead of 4 Nishoba Brawlers. Okay, so the sideboard. We have Cindervines in the sideboard. It's a very good card to play against the Murktide on turn 2 if you don't have a threat to play at that moment. So it's a card they really can't destroy. Only way to destroy this card is Engineered Explosives. They only play 2 of those. So they really can't destroy the Cindervines. You're pretty safe that when you play the Cindervines, for the rest of the game, you are safe from the Blood Moon. But also against that kind of decks, this card does incredible amount of damage. So playing this turn 2 is in most situations better than playing stronger than playing Tribal Flames on turn 2, hitting them for 5, because this card will do more than 5 damage during this game. That's definite. So with just a few combat hits, and if you draw some few burn spells, you can end game pretty quickly, thanks to Cindervines. Okay, so that's it. If they play the Blood Moon, you get to do 2 damage to them also by destroying the moon. Okay, so also it can punish those prowess decks playing a large number of non-creature spells each turn and get them closer to 0 and finish the job with burn spells. They also play Blood Moon, so it's very good in that matchup too. So it's a Blood Moon hate, but also targeted uh, targeted hate for those decks that will play both Blood Moon and a large number of cheap non-creature spells. So that's it. Okay, so Tarmogoyf is a pretty good creature in those matchups. In the last version of this deck, I played him main, but as I said, Scion is incredibly good threat. It flies, it stops the opponent's channelers. Uh, it's 12 mana, so Fatal Push can kill it. Uh, some other removal also can kill it, like Prismatic Ending. So very relevant removals in the format. Also, Bolt doesn't kill it, just the elementals and Leyline Binding and Unholy Heat with Delirium kills it. So, okay, pretty good threat, and we still can play. Goif is unimpressive in the usual build that plays Nishoba Brawler. It's hard in a lot of matchup. It's hard to get Goif larger than 2-3 or 3-4, like against Amulet Titan, against Tron opponents, uh, even Hammer Time, stuff like that in the early game, of course. So that's the reason why don't play. I don't play it in that version, but in this version, it was very good to me. Last game, last league I recorded with this in the main, but Scion is also very good threat, proven through numerous. Uh, challenge and league results on the MTGO and in paper. One of the best threats these archetype can offer. Tarmogoyf is also easier on against Blood Moon, but harder against Graveyard Hate because we also play channelers. So I think I decided to go with 4 Scion in this version, and then after this league, I'll think about playing some split of Scion and Goif in the main. But I think I definitely want to hold some number of Goifs in the sideboard at the moment. So I opted for 2 Goifs at the moment. I'll bring them in cases I want more threats and less interaction, or more threats instead of a burn or something like that in a games where I need more value stuff. Okay, so other than that, it's a typical stuff on the sideboard. Analyzes Curse instead of Rip because we play Channeler in the main and Goif in the sideboard. So Rip is kind of unplayable. Can play Hiretsugu with 12 1-drops. So we have Engineered Explosives. It's possible to play Brotherhood's End, but Brotherhood's End interferes with Giganta. And Engineered Explosives is a very good card too. So Brotherhood's End has definitely its advantages. It's very good against Hammer Time and other artifact decks. It's also usable against small aggro decks like Death and Taxes, like maybe Merfolk, some other tribal strategies. I was also used it. You can use it in a very situation like against Tron, but that's the thing. You will end up using it in a lot of situations, and it will interfere with Giganta more often than you would think. So that's the reason why I didn't decide to play it, and I play explosives in the sideboard, which is also very good card, especially in deck where I'm playing 5 colors, so you have more options with it. So that's it. Other than that, typical stuff: Will Summer, Natural State, Flusterstorm, Giganta, and we are ready to start a league. Okay, so just check. This is it. Okay, so ready to start the league. As I already said, some changes to the mana base. I explained why I did those at the beginning of the video. Okay, so shocks remain the same, basics remain the same. Fetches changed because of the switch from Overgrown Tomb to Plot Crypt, and we cut 1 Triumph. Triumphs are less desirable in the versions that play less lands and more 1-drops. So with the 12 one drops, we don't even like Triumph at all, but still playing Sino Draco, so we need to be able to cast a Sino Draco turn 2 in some of these situations, and that's why we have the better Triumph, in my opinion, here. Okay, still searching for a match, and okay. Other than that, we definitely I definitely have other options for the sideboard slots. So mostly considering things I played in my tried in my past videos. So everything from the Fairy Time Reveler, of course, to prismatic endings, a lot of stuff really. Okay, so I guess I'll go with Sacred Foundry. I'll kill both Ragavan on their turn because this deck doesn't play counter spells. Okay. Okay, so let's see what deck this really is. Is it some... Okay, it's a Rakdos. Fair enough. They play the Totsis. I don't want to pain too much. Probably just play Ragavan for 1 mana, I think. Okay, third land. Third land is nice. They decided to get rid of the channeler. It's decent. Okay, I can play a channeler as I said as a 2-1. If they play a seasoned Pyromancer on their next turn, this channeler will be useless. Oh, sorry, it won't be useless. I have Silence, so it will have first strike. So I guess it is fine to play Ragavan like this. Okay, they are Junt, really. Not Rakdos, but Junt. And what the hell? Removal? Oh, it's Goif. Goif is tough here. I guess it's fine. I have my Scion. I think I'll get my Savage Giant. And then a Breeding Pool. On my turn. Okay, I'll just play the Scion. Hold the Stubborn Denial. That's it. Stay back with the Ragavan. My opponent has 4 cards in hand. They know that I have Stubborn Denial and the second Dragon, so only one card is a mystery for them. They go for attack with the Go if I had to let this through. Okay, second Stubborn Denial, that's good. I should have played the Steam Vents. Ah, okay, it doesn't matter. They have Boseiju. Hmm, interesting. I guess I'll go for the Temple Garden. Play this tapped. Okay, so Dragon connected. Hmm. Maybe I should have gone for the basic. With the basic, I could hold 2 mana for 2 Stubborn Denials. I'll play this tapped and pass the turn. Unfortunately, Goif is 5/6, so if they have Bolt, I'm definitely dead. I put myself in a bottled range. I kind of had to risk it. Sorry, I'm a 4. Wow, my math just wasn't that good in this situation. Okay, third Stubborn Denial, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I'll go for a Ragavan attack again. Let's see if Ragavan connects. I guess it doesn't. Kolgan's command, maybe? I don't know. Maybe they have 2 Kolgan's command in hand, try to go for the kill. And thinking if they should go a face or Ragavan. Oh, it's terminate. Wow, that's cool. Not a problem. I don't mind getting my Ragavan killed. There's just 1 card in hand at the moment. 3 Stubborn Denials is just crazy. I definitely don't want three of them right now. I could have played Giganta before attack, but they can just terminate Dragon then, so it really shouldn't matter that much. Okay, just look at my 3 Stubborn Denials, discard one of them. And 1 card in hand. Is it a removal? Will I double block this Goif? I definitely will. The question is, do they have removal to make their Goif survive? If I untap with 2 Stubborn Denials, that's pretty good. Especially with 2 Stubborn Denials in hand. Okay, this should be game over. At this point, with 2 untapping with 2 Stubborn Denials, top decking Leyland Binding. Pretty good situation for me. Let's try to hit something with Dragon. Didn't hit anything last time. Terminate, it's useless. Okay. Wow, how things change fast. And do they have... Um, okay, I was worried it's a Boseiju, but it's just Takenuma. So they get the Ragavan maybe. Fury, Goif. Okay, they have some options. I can't stubborn deny those. So Fury is kind of decent option. Kills Ragavan, trades with Giganta. I need the top deck again, so they get Fury, okay. That's Fury, that's understandable. Let's see what they do. Probably play Fury, kill Ragavan. Yeah. Okay, let's get another removal. Okay, Takenuma was good, very good for them. Tribal Flames, that's perfect. That's perfect. Tribal Flames is perfect to end this match. Okay. What I want here, I want against the Giant, I definitely want a Veil of Summer. Definitely want the Tarmogoyf in this matchup, I think. There should be worse cards. I think I want the Hearse too. Okay, so let's now look at what do I take out for those. I think by putting Veil of Summer in, I can remove 2 Stubborn Denials for it. I want this Hearses. I'm unsure about the Goyf still, so let's... Veil is here. We'll see about hers. They probably put some Graveyard Hates too. Maybe they saw the channeler, so maybe, but I'm not sure if they'll do this. But anyway, I definitely want to cut some of the 1/1s because of the Wren. Wren can just massacre these creatures that you would usually play on turn 1. Wren just massacres them. Okay, I'm bringing in 2 more artifacts with 4 artifacts already in. Maybe I can cut 1 bubble, and I need 1 more cut. Playing on the draw, probably Tribal Flames is a bit worse card on draw than on the play. I think Tarmogoyf should be more valuable in that spot. Just do it like this, and we're ready to start. Okay, 0 lands, that's an easy mulligan. No thinking about it. Okay, this is a decent hand actually. But I'll have to think about what to put back. With Full Health and Pool, I can get Delirium. So I think I'll just do this. I kind of want the 3rd land, but I want all my other spells are pretty good. I kind of want them more. I want my Kavu and Goyf and Binding and Bolt. Really need all that stuff. Having the Blood Crypt would be ideal, but I'll just have to settle on removing the Blood Crypt. Okay, let's see if it's Ragavan or it's Totsis. It's Totsis. Okay. I guess they remove the cow. Or maybe if they have removal, they won't remove a creature, so you can You can guess a lot of stuff from your opponent playing Tutsis. So if they don't have removal, they will discard creatures. If they have removal, they will discard. If they have creatures they want to protect, they will discard removal. So, okay. Top decking into Ragavan is okay, but I really don't want to play a Ragavan because, you know, Renin 6, I really just don't want to play the Ragavan, let it die. It just feels awful. Okay, it's Leyline Binding. I'll have to Leyline Binding the Goif. Hmm. hmm. Maybe I just Leyline Binding in this situation. If I play my Goif, I can. They're on 14 though. I think I'll just go for Leyline Binding here. Immediately remove my opponent's Goif. Really would like to have that Blood Crypt. Okay, I have find another land. That's good. That's really good. Hmm. Let me see. I think I'll go for. The Scion. Yeah, I think I'll go for Scion. They didn't play Ren. They would definitely play Ren if they have it. So I'll just cast my Ragwan here. Okay, if they kill my Scion, uh, or Binding, then Goyfs get considerably bigger. They're thinking about something here, but it doesn't feel very relevant. I just hope they don't play Colligan's command on the sideboard. Colligan's killing Scion, making me discard card is definitely one of the worst feelings. It's just a bolt on Ragavan. That's great. Great news. I got rid of their Goif and have my Goif as a 4/5 with trample. Is it another Totsis? I guess it is. Okay, no Totsis, it seems. This looks good. I will be able to attack with the Scion, play Goif, hold Bolt. If this damage goes through, my opponent is on 10 and pretty close to lethal. Okay, let's do this. They have terminate maybe. Oh, wow. They decide to let the damage through and kill it after combat. Maybe they were afraid of a Veil of Summer. Fury. Ah, it's a Fury. Fury is so good this situation. Killing my Scion and making me use Bolt. Hmm. I'll just check if maybe I'll draw into another burn spell, and then I'll kill Fury on my turn. Okay, that's good. I play another Scion, I bolt the Fury. Or maybe I don't bolt the Fury. If they don't kill the Scion, I have lethal. I have lethal next turn with the 2 bolts and the Scion attack. Maybe I just let Fury damage through, put myself on 10, then try to kill them next turn. That seems like a maybe better plan. Okay, I'll let the Fury damage through. Okay, I'm on 10. Are you dead, opponent, or you have another solution for the second Scion? I won't play anything now. Let's see if opponent is dead. It seems so, it seems so. That's good, that's good. Okay, let's bolt the opponent. Adapt the play again live spell against Zoo. Okay, that's it. Game 1. 2-0 against Junt, old school Junt, Boomers Junt. It's not really Boomers, they play Fury, but it's an old style Junt, no Saga. Okay, so off to a good start. Time for game 2. Match 2, sorry. Okay, Savage Charm, fetch, only one threat, but I have bubble. Hmm. It's not ideal. It's not ideal because I play in the Cattle on turn 1, then play. Sorry, I play Triumph and then play Triumph on turn 2, and I don't have any other plays on turn 2. Seems pretty awkward. Okay, let's. I have to keep this. I'm on the draw. If I draw another land, I'll probably save Savage Charm in. Okay, this is considerably better because now I have a turn 2 play. I can play Savage Charm turn 2 and another Nakato, which is a lot better really. Okay, so let's just jam Nakato. My opponent played Basic Island. That means they're either on Murktide or some control. Let's see what they're drawing. Oh, Merfolk Trickster, wow. Wow, the Merfolk Trickster. I hate. I don't hate, but Zoo hates the Merfolk matchup. It's one of the worst matchups for Zoo because the Merfolk Trickster actually just kills the Kavu without any effort, just makes him a 0/0 guy. I didn't play Merfolk for a long time, they were pretty popular, but I guess they are not that popular anymore. They are popular, but just maybe not same as before. Okay, I'll go for another Nakatal. I'll play another bubble. See what's their next draw here. Okay, they have Trickster. I saw that last turn, and they're drawing into a Cavern of Souls. At least I'm starting my attacks first. Have two Nakatals on the field. Have can play a Scion plus removal next turn. They'll probably play Trickster on my attack. Try to maybe trade with one Nakatals. Then I can maybe try to kill the Master in response to make them not trade but rather chump my Nakatal. We'll see. Will that resolve like planned? Okay, Tide Shaper. Wow, that's a disgusting card. That card I don't really like at all. I really don't like the Tide Shaper. Tide Shaper and so Trickster is not the only problem, obviously, in this matchup. Tide Shaper is another problem for the Zoo. Okay, I have blue land. I have Greenland. I need a red and white one. It's really bad because I'll get the Sacred Foundry, then I'll kill the Tide Shaper, and then I'll have a Savage Triumph and Sacred Foundry, but I uh, really need the domain to be able to play the Scion, so pretty awkward position. I can also just, let me see, I'll go for the Foundry. I'll go for Foundry and I'll attack first. These Nakatas are really good in this matchup. Okay, so I have 8 damage in hand, sorry, 7 at this moment. Okay, so Leyland Binding is 2 mana now. Hmm. Okay, I'll just pass the turn. I'll just pass the turn. I won't do anything right now. Okay, they have Cavern of Souls and Merfolk Trickster in hand. Okay, they're playing the Cavern of Souls, so 4 cards. 4 cards right now, one of them is Trickster. It's definitely good to know they have Trickster. Hmm. Okay, they're going in with both creatures. Okay, so I just play the Leyline Binding first to see what happens. They play the Force of Negation, but I'm not sure if they'll cast it here even if they have it. Okay, so I'll get rid of the Tide Shaper to make my Savage Giant really a Savage Giant. Okay, I can bolt this guy immediately. Obviously, these lords are pretty good in their deck, so but I can also save the bolt to target them to face. They'll probably go for the Trickster next turn. Which means I'll have to kill the master anyway, so I'll just do it right now. Because I'll have to do it anyway because of the Trickster next turn. So they can't trade with mine cattle. Okay, Leyland Binding is good. Leyland Binding is nice. I'll just... I guess that they'll play Trickster, and they don't play Trickster. That's good. Sorry, they will play Trickster, but they will try to make mine cattle 1-1 to kill it with Trickster. But I will play my Leyland Binding in this situation. I'll proceed to the block phase. Maybe they go to try to block with Mutavolt. So that's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do it. And okay, they go for the Mutavolt. Let's see what happens now. Let's see how they block. Okay, they go for the Mutavolt block. Didn't have a lot of choices there. I can't kill the Mutavolt anyway here. I can't do anything here, so I'll just let my Nakatal die. Let my Nakatal die, and I'll see if they'll attack or not. They'll probably play Leyland Binding on their turn. I hope they don't have another Trickster. This Trickster is just free killing my creatures. It's disgusting. Okay, Waterlock Grow, 3 cards in hand. The Lord of Atlantis, okay. Are they going for the attack? Maybe. Okay, they're going probably with Mutavolt and Trickster. Let's see if it's both creatures or just one. It's both creatures, okay. So I'll hope to go Leyline Binding here. And try to draw a land. Maybe kill my opponent with Tribal Flames next turn if lucky, if I get the land. Do they play anything else? Let's see, maybe Tide Shaper? No Tide Shaper, okay. Another Tribal Flames, it's interesting. I am on 11. I doubt they can do 11 damage. I'll Tribal Flames them, so they can't use the Waterlog Grow as a mana. And I have a lethal next turn with Tribal Flames. Also have my Cattle on the field. Okay, so they have to deal with Nakatal. They can't use the Grow as mana, and they also have to deal with the Tribal Flames in my hand, and they definitely can't kill me this turn, so pretty good situation in this game 1 against Merfolk. Uh, what is it called? The one mana creature they played on my Savitron was really good. Luckily, I had another land to deal with it, and just having a lot of removals is key in this matchup. Okay, Vodalian Hexcatcher. So, Vodalian Hexcatcher means I'll have problems resolving. I have problems resolving the Tribal Flames. Another Hexcatcher, okay. So I need a land. And they'll probably leave the 4/4 Trickster in the block. Okay. Trickster is not in the block. That's good. Okay, before combat, I'm going to hit them with Tribal Flames. This means they have to sack 2 creatures and then a chump and then a Cattle. It should be good enough to finish this game. They have to sack the Trickster and one of the Hex Catchers. Okay, one creature is sacked. Have other creatures sacked also. They have to, okay, this spell is countered, and now you have to jump my Nakatal with your second Hex Catcher, which leaves you with just one Mutavault on the field. I have a Cabo I can play next turn, and the Nakatal on the field looks good, looks good. It would be ideal if my opponent was already dead, but it's okay. They draw a card, and Svilen. Okay, Svilen is a good draw for my opponent. Also good draw for me. This way I'm able to play a Cabo, play the Scion, and try to kill my opponent finally next turn. But thing that is really bad for me here is if my opponent gets Lord of Atlantis, I'm dead, which is really unfortunate to die like this. Maybe I shouldn't have played the Breeding Pool untapped, pay 2 life here. But I guess it doesn't matter. On 7 life, I die anyway if they have Lord of Atlantis because they play Lord, make multiple to creatures, so they attack for 7. I can't block it. So the only way of not dying to it would be let's see if they have the Trickster. They don't have Trickster. Okay, it is finally over. This game was pretty much a nightmare. Okay, so luckily Veil of Summer is pretty good. pretty good against merfolks, and engineered explosives can be decent too. And Tarmogoyf is not good, but maybe better than some other spells. We'll think about this. Okay, so definitely getting rid of the denials. They don't do much. They play dismember. Some lists they play the Etherwile, but they're playing first, so I can't deny that. So on turn one, so it doesn't matter that much. Uh, they can also play. They can also play. Cow is just bad against Trickster, but I'm playing Veil of Summer, so I'll get rid of one cow, leave 3 in. I need all the possible removal. I don't think they saw the channeler in my deck, so I doubt they'll pack the graveyard hate. Ragavan should be easily blocked, but my opponent, but maybe still worth it. Nakatal is by far the best one drop in this matchup. I think I'll get rid of one of the Ragavans. This is it. Problem with Goif in this matchup is that Trickster also on the attack, same as the Nakatal, and Kavu can make Kavu 0-1. At least it doesn't die like Kavu, but they still block it and just kill it, so it's basically the same thing. This is mediocre hand to keep on the draw. I guess it's decent, not that bad. So I'll play the Ragavan first here because then I can play both Nakatal and Bolt next turn if needed. Also, Ragavan is better turn 1 play than Nakatal if possible. So hopefully we are looking to connect with it. My opponent is drawing Island, okay. I will hopefully play this Engineered Explosives on 2 and kill a bunch of merfolks with it. I doubt I played on 1 with this many 1-drops in my hand. Okay, if they pass the turn, it's either Trickster. Okay, I'll play the Heat. If they pass the turn, it's either Trickster or that other guy that can return red creature, or that one doesn't have flash, maybe. It's okay. They tap my creature. Fine. I'll just play Nakatal, play the Channeler. Okay, this is combat. I think I'd rather play Channeler this turn. I stop on upkeep to play the Bolt. Try to scry on upkeep, also close to the Delirium with the Bolt trigger. I hope they don't play the Sviolent here. I can kill it next this turn. It's just a Master. Master is fine. I hope they attack. Yeah, they do. Okay, so playing explosives for 2 would be great, really, really good. I have Bolt here. I can kill Master. But I just doubt they'll block Ragavan with Master in this situation. And then if Ragavan connects, I can maybe play the explosives for 2 and kill both of their creatures. So I'll just try this. Okay, Leyland Binding is also good. Any removal is good here. Hmm. I could attack with Channeler 2. Then if they block, try to find the Delirium. With Bolt, of course. Hmm. I'll do this. I'll do this. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. If they block the channeler, I'll go for Delirium. Hope they don't have. Okay, they go for the block. This means I will. Will I fetch first? That's the question. Will I go for the fetch first? I will. I'll go for the basic here. I'll go for basic here. Play the bolt, I guess, on the trickster. Okay, flames gets me the delirium, so I'm good. I'm good. They have to do something here, or their master will just jump. They have 1 mana here, maybe dismember. Probably. Is it dismember? Maybe it's not dismember. Maybe something else. There maybe if they dismember the channeler, I guess that's fine. Had to be in the flames, unfortunately, to get the delirium. I would like to draw that flames, but yeah. I have the binding to which I will probably want to use on this master anyway, so I'll use it while the channeler is on the field to get the surveil. Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer is good and all, but they already played the trickster, so I just have to bin this. I just want removal and threats at this point. They're on 11. That's something. I'll be able to play another Nekatel here. I don't want the Vial. I don't want Vial that much here, so just go for another Nekatel. If I draw I hope they play more 2 mana creatures, so I can go for explosives. I just don't want them to play the Tide Shaper. I really wouldn't like the Tide Shaper at this moment. I went for basic last turn. I hope it won't be a game-ending mistake. So explosives on 1 is not an option at this moment. It's Violent. Oh, the Violent is the worst. Really? Is really the worst? I need another removal. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. I can play explosives on 3, then kill a Swilan next turn. Okay, Lord of the Atlantis. Luckily I had these explosives, I can maybe try to kill Swilan next turn. This creature is definitely the one holding this archetype at the higher tier, so it's pretty tricky one to deal with. Drawing the card is really good. I can't do anything here, just Island Bulk. Draw a card. The Hex Catcher, oh, okay, the additional damage. Getting through. Okay, so obviously explosives for 2 would be okay too. Oh my god. Svalon is indestructible now, so the explosives won't even work. Okay, I think the game is over. They have 5 damage. Maybe they accidentally block or something. Let's see what happens. Okay, the game is over, but I can just play this out until the end. Okay, they just let everything. They just let everything resolve. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I can concede this and start game 3. Let's see what I keep in game 3. Okay, so Ragavan should be considerably better in game 3. I'll put it back. Explosives should be slightly weaker, but still I can try to use it. Well, I think I'll just cut one bubble, and that's it. I added 2 explosives in, so a lot of artifacts in. I still think 2 goyfs, 3 cowl is okay. I don't want to have a lot of cowls. If they draw a lot of tricksters, it can be really depressing. But cowl can still be good, especially if you're playing first, can protect it with Veil of Summer, so it's worth it to play some of them, just not, just maybe cut one. Okay, 2 Tribal Flames, Explosives, 1 Nakatal, I guess it's keepable. So I'll put land back again. Okay, going with the Breeding Pool, Nakatal. This hand, it doesn't look Doesn't look the greatest, but it could work. I think I definitely want to cast the channeler here, so I go for the Sacred Foundry. I won't have Delirium. Sorry, Domain, but it's okay. Having two 1-drops at the moment means I'll probably target these explosives for on 2 counters. Okay, the problem is that Merfolk Trickster, this situation, they kind of have it in 90% of situations, so Tide Shaper is also bad in situation where I have just 2 lands, so not ideal. Well, if they don't have a Trickster, I'm in a pretty good situation. If they just play Lord or something like that, I can just kill it, Surveil, get closer to Delirium. Okay, Whale is something, so they can't Trickster mine a Cattle. I kind of don't want to attack with the Rage Channeler. Let's see if they play the Trickster. They probably do. They have Trickster 100%. So I'll just play the Veil of Summer, Surveil, make them unable to target my creature. So I'll get the 3 damage through. Cow is on the top. Cow is decent, but I kind of want maybe a land in this situation. So I'll just bin this. I'll try to get closer to Delirium. Let's see, another Nakato. I can't play this turn, unfortunately, so they probably have to let these 3 damage through. They can be pretty aggressive on the counter attack too, so got to use my removal wisely. Have to think about going face or the creatures, saving for creatures. If I got the land from the Veil this turn, that would be great. I will be very close to 4 lands. Oh my god, so the Tide Shaper is just a terrible card. I hate this card. I need the land ASAP. To get that red source to kill the Tide Shaper. Okay, there it is. There it is, the red source. Okay. Things looking slightly better. If I shock here, I'm on 9. Okay, I need to kill the Tide Shaper. This game will be pretty close. Okay, the land is on top. That's interesting. So, if they put another 2-drop here, which they probably will, they have 4 damage. And then with Lord, it's 6 damage. So I'll be able to go explosives and crack them immediately next turn. That seems like an okay. It seems okay for me. I think I'll have to do that. It feels like I'll definitely have to do that. So I'll leave this on top. Let's see if they have another trickster. I hope it's not another trickster. Okay, I can play this, but if of course if they have Lord, I can't block anything. But maybe my life total is high enough. Is it the Lord? It's probably Lord, or maybe it's the one that bounces the creature. It could be the one that bounces the creature. I don't know what it's called, but it's 2 mana bounce tapped creature. It's a Lord, okay. If they play another Lord, it's 7 damage. I'll just F6 in this situation. Okay, they leave the violin on 2, which means they have another 2-drop. And another one. Okay. Is it 2 lords for exact 9 damage? I guess so. I guess it is. Well, you can do much if they have 3 lords. Wow. It seems like they don't have 3 lords. Maybe they're just kidding with me. Yeah, they have 3 lord. Wow. Exact 9 damage. I have a kill on the swingback. Yeah. Feels really unfortunate. Feels really unfortunate. I have the explosives on 2 to kill every holder table next turn. Just end the game. Yeah. But these matches against Merfolk are really always that tricky. Sorry, I had a little break. Okay, so I think I was really unlucky in that Merfolk match. Well, I played around my opponent having 2 lords, but I just couldn't play around with them having three lords. It's a really good draw from them. And Engineered Explosives next turn would just really massacre their board. So it's really unfortunate that they had exactly lethal that fetch on. I had fetch on top, and I was able to crack the play and crack the explosives immediately, and with lethal on the field. So yeah, what can you do? It's like that. So okay, okay, time for match 3. Okay, so handful of one drops. That's cool. That's cool. It's doable. It can end up good, like with the two channelers on the field. With two channelers on the field, I can get Delirium quickly, so this can end up pretty good. It will be a pretty aggressive hand. My opponent will have to deal with a lot of creatures early. Let's see if they have removal for Ragavan. If they don't have removal, I should be in a pretty decent position considering the pressure can put on the field. Okay, Steam Vents. I think it's best to play everything. I can't trigger my channelers now, but maybe I can trigger them next turn with something. I have Leyline Binding. We'll see what they'll play. I'll put a stop on the upkeep immediately. If they play a creature like a Shredder, I will want to kill them on upkeep to surveil. I think this is a pretty good start. Let me see if I get the Tribal Flames here. If I had Bolt in hand, then maybe Tribal Flames. It could be close to lethal. Okay, so my opponent didn't play anything. I have Tribal Flames. That's cool. That's cool. I'll play a land. I'll play a land. I'll this in. So this is the deal with the channelers. Sometimes you're forced to play the Tribal Flames before that you would usually play it. Because you play channelers and you kind of have to be aggressive here. My opponent will go for removal. They have Fire Ice or something. I hope it's not Fire Ice. Okay, it's just a Petty Theft. Wow, Petty Theft, that's good. That's good, I don't care about that. Okay, let's get Delirium and get the 9 damage through. Wild Nakatl. No. Okay, no Delirium, unfortunately. No Delirium. That was close, that was close. Okay, what can you do? I have 5 damage now, Ragavan Dash next turn. This game should be pretty much over. I'll again put stop on the upkeep if they play creature here. That's the deal. So you have to sometimes you have to play Treble Flames before you would usually play them. I think this game should be pretty much over. But sometimes you just have to play Treble Flames in this version before you would usually play it. You can hold it and play it as a kill spell. But tell you the truth, in this situation, my opponent, I didn't have anything in hand, so I would play it this turn anyway. So it didn't matter that much. Zuranorb, wow, Zuranorb. That's interesting. This is so weird, so weird. Why is my opponent playing Zuranorb in their Izet deck? I don't understand what is the reason to play main deck Zuranorb in the Izet deck. This is really strange. I'll go upkeep, Leyland Binding. to trigger the channelers to see my draw. Hmm. Okay, sound is good. Sound is good. But I have to bin this. Now I can look what I can keep. I have to bin the sound so I get the delirium this turn. One blue mana. No, I guess it is one red mana. Okay, I'll bin the Ragavan too. And Spell Pierce. Wow. I can just pay for Spell Pierce, I guess. No, I won't pay for Spell Pierce. It's. Will I pay for. Why is my opponent playing Zuran Orb? This is such a mystery to me. This is such a mystery to me. I will just pay to. Like. Sack all of your lands, whatever. Okay. Okay. I don't understand I really don't understand the Zuran Orb. But I will just board like it's okay, Zuran Orb. I don't understand it. Sorry. I'll just board like it's a regular Murktide with a little bit of caution. I'll bring in Cindervines in case there's some kind of EZ Saga deck, and it's good if they're Murktide because it's Blood Moon hate. If they're Saga deck, I can kill Saga with it, or maybe some constructs or artifacts, whatever, Shadow Spear. Unlicensed Hearse. I don't know. Maybe they'll still play, probably still play Unholy Heat or something like that, so I'll keep it. Let's see what we can remove here. I'll remove one Channeler, one Ragavan. In case it's a Murktide, I'll remove one Territorial Cowboy if they play Dress Down. If not, I'll bring it back in game 3. Treble Flames is slightly worse. On the draw, I can cut one, bring in 2 more artifacts, non-creature artifacts, so I can cut one bubble here. And that's it pretty much. I need the boats as an early solution for their Ragavani if they play it. All these other cards are very good. There's nothing I can just remove gladly, but I have to remove something. So I guess if I'm bringing in 2 Tarmogoyfs, have 3 Channelers, I'll be kind of weak to Graveyard Hate, so I'll just remove another Graveyard piece. So playing just 2 Channelers and 2 Goys makes me a lot better to... Okay. Have Ragavan again. Scion. I'll keep this. I'll use the Arid Mesa in this case first, because this gets me a Sacred Foundry. But you can't get Sacred Foundry with Heat and then try to look for other piece with Mesa. So you have to be careful about sequencing your lands. I have the file in hand, but I'll start with Ragavan anyway. I'll just hold removal for next turn, then play Scion on turn 3. Hopefully I draw a third land by then. Okay, Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf. I can play Tarmogoyf now, but then if I don't draw a third land, I won't be able to play my Scion. So I'll just hold the removal here, Binding Bolt, and pass the turn. I'm on the draw anyway, so this will be a longer game probably. Maybe not, depending on what my opponent is playing. I'm still not sure what deck. I didn't see any easy deck playing Zuran Orb. Guess there may be a Saga deck, since they played that. Okay. Inevitable Betrayal. Okay, they're trying to steal a creature from my library. Okay, I have plenty of removal. Okay, I'm new to this deck too, so I forgot in this version I don't play the second Triumph, I play just Savai Triumph. So this was really bad for me. I didn't play Goyf last turn. Ah, I guess I'll play it now. I don't play Zagot in this version, I completely forgot about that. Should have played the Tarmogoyf last turn. I just need to hit third land in this deck to be able to play the Scion. It's such a stupid fail. Okay, they have Inevitable Betrayal, which is fine. They can steal Kavu or Scion. I have two Leyland Bindings. That should be okay. Okay, got black mana here. I'll go for attack. I'll just play my Scion. No matter the counter spell. I should have maybe played it before combat. Griff would be bigger, probably. If they play counter spells, maybe they don't play counter spells. I hope to resolve a 4-powered creature before their Inevitable Betrayal resolves, but on the other hand, maybe I just let it resolve because I have 2 Leyland Bindings. I still didn't see a creature in their deck. Okay, so they are Crushing Footfalls. Okay, so they are playing. Okay, I know what they're playing now. They are trying to. They will try to maybe as for Toll deck, something like that. They will try to play these spells for free from their graveyard or from their hand. So that's what they're doing. Shattering Spree is unfortunate, but at least my Golf will be big now. And I have the Stubborn Denial. Okay, now I have the lands I need. Okay, this my opponent should be on a less life at this point, but I guess it's okay. Okay, they're trying to resolve the betrayal. I'm not sure if I should even battle this. I'll just let them resolve this. It doesn't matter because I have 2 Leyland Bindings. Just keep my Stubborn Denial for more important spells. Again, Zuranorb. Okay, so now I know why they're playing Zuranorb. They're playing Zuranorb because they're playing the Restore Balance card. So they need to sacrifice their lands to be before resolving the Restore Balance. So that's the reason. Okay, when we saw the betrayal, I understand what is it about. I'll just remove the Goyf and kill my opponent. This matchup is really no competition for a zoo. This kind of deck. I'll just go bolt face. So I have 8. I should have gone bolt face in my turn. Maybe I can try counter here. I'll go counter. Let's see if they have anything or they're dead. Maybe they sack a few lands to survive. Okay, they sack few lands, survive on a 2 life, but they just have just 2 lands here, and the inevitable betrayal is happening next turn. I have another binding in hand for it, so that's it. Okay, quick win. I tried to play a similar deck like this with the Arcane Proxy, also a Dread Arcanist, and a lot of one drops. Sorry, 1 mana cards to replay with Arcanist, but also some of these free spells like Rhinos, Ancestral Vision, stuff like that. I had moderate success for it. Didn't yet try the updated version with the Arcane Proxy. I have it in plan. Okay, let's see. The starting hand is decent. Okay, opponent mulligan into 6. So, again, okay, you remember if you saw the last version of this deck, I played Goyf instead of Scion of Draco. I'll play my Ragavan on turn 1 here. I'll see their card in the upkeep. Okay, Misty Rainforest. I played Goyf. Goyf is maybe better, maybe worse here. Another Scion. I'll still have to think about this. Scion is a very good threat, but unfortunately, in a lot of these situations, like this one right now, you have to wait turn 3 to play it, which is, to be honest, a turn where you usually play it anyway. In a deck with 1 drops. But it is a consideration. Goyf and Scion. Okay, I'll just play the Savai Triumph here. I wasn't able to cast Ragavan off of Breeding Pool to be able to connect and play Scion in the same turn. I'll be able to play both Scions on this turn, or play Scion, hold Stubborn Denial, which is more likely. Uh, this deck could be maybe Rhinos. Maybe they have Fire Ice here. I think it could be Fire Ice. It's Petty Theft. Okay, Petty Theft. It's Petty Theft is cool. I don't mind Petty Theft. I will just play my Scion, play my Ragavan. I really want to counter the Crashing Footfalls and not the Petty Theft on Ragavan. If I had another Stubborn Denial, I would use it. Okay, so I'm only missing green, so I can go for green here in case they play a Blood Moon. I can also go for now this way I played my Ragavan, played my Scion, and also holding the Stubborn Denial with a good amount of pressure on the field. So feels good so far. Unfortunately, couldn't play Scion before. It is what it is. Okay, it is Agent. And Agent will confirm their Footfalls deck. Okay. Okay, first Footfalls countered. Second out, my Ragavan has first strike, so they can just jump here. I'll just let them jump if they want. I don't want to use Bolt. They can jump with Shardless. Okay, I will play a second Scion and play my Heat, and that's it. If they play Footfalls, I have 8 damage in the air and 3 more in the hand. So let's see what I'll do here. There are Temur versions, so no Leyline Binding, luckily. Maybe they have Brazen Borrowers or stuff like that. I'll get Breeding Pool here. I'll just go Bolt Face in this situation. They can play Dead Gone on Ragavan and play the Crushing Footfalls, but it doesn't matter because they have 8 damage in the air. So they have to deal with this Bolt or with one of the Scions. If they do that, they can play the Footfalls. So pretty good situation here. Okay, they're tapping one, so that means no Footfalls. But they live on 1 life. But I draw a Bolt. Let's go for the attacks first. See if they have something else. Maybe Petty Theft for another Scion. Okay, it's just a removal for Ragavan. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I'll go for Bolt here. And yield. Okay, that's it. Game 1, I'll board in Flusterstorm, Explosives, great against Rhinos, and probably Goyf. Goyf should be pretty good here. They also play the Blood Moon, Cindervines could be a decent option, but I already have Leyline Binding, a solution for the Moon. So I don't think it's necessary. Okay, Goyf is obviously better than the 1-drops in this matchup. It can just block their 4/4 efficiently. So I'll just put them in. All Explosives, Flusterstorm, or really good stuff against their deck. They don't. If it was the Leyline Binding version, Ciderwines would also be a consideration, but Put to remove here. I'll remove one bubble. Treble Flames is kind of better than Bolt. Bolt is kind of useless here, really. Doesn't kill. It kills it kills Fury. It kills Fury. It kills the Borrower. So maybe I just remove one. And I'll have to remove some of the one drops. Ragavan and the Channeler are probably better than a Cuttle in this matchup. I think I'll remove the Nakattles. Okay, let's try like this. Okay, so playing a different version after a long time of playing a same version, it takes some getting used to. I'll mulligan this. I can play Ragavan turn 1 and it's a one-lander. One-landers are hard to keep in Zoo. In this version, you could try it. Because if you, but only in situation where you have a Dragonade Channel and Bubble on turn 1. I have to mulligan this too, unfortunately. Okay, so this is the only, this is a situation where Arid Mesa is a bad fetch. It's exactly this. In a situation where you draw Sacred Foundry plus Arid Mesa. And even if you have the matching Triumph, you can't fetch it. So again, it's a pretty bad situation. If this wasn't Sacred Foundry, if it was almost any other land or fetch, it would be cool. I would be able to play Scion on turn 2, but this way I have to mulligan again, and now I finally get hand that is bad, but maybe keepable. I'll put back the bubble. Sorry, I don't even want flames. I don't want flames. I don't want this. I want bubble and denial. So maybe I find another threat with the bubble. Okay, I'll look at the top of my library to see if I want to fetch. I definitely want to fetch here. I definitely want to fetch the breeding pool. Okay. Well, this way they can fire ice my breeding pool. It's not ideal. It's bad actually, but yeah. It was a good thing to scry with bubble, but allowing them to tap the breeding pool was not ideal. So I won't be able to use this denial to counter the footfalls. So I'll just counter this. This denial is useless now. Oh my god, what did I do? I skipped the turn. Ugh. Well, skipping the turn was even worse than allowing them to tap. But it is what it is. I play. Okay, borrower on. It is borrower on Ragavan. I'll play my explosives now. I tapped their, I countered the Fire Ice, get them further away from a land. Okay, so I'll go, they have 100 mana. Let's see if they have that gone in hand. I'll go for Ragavan Dash again. Okay. Okay, I'll keep a Solar Charm in hand. Maybe I can cycle it. I don't need it. I can find a Blood Crypt here to have full domain, so I can maybe cycle Triumph later. Try to find something. Hmm. Okay, Netherland. I'll definitely cycle this Triumph. Okay, so let's just go Ragavan Dash. If they play Rhinos, I will kill the Rhinos. Oh, it's a Prismari. 2 damage and explosives. It's great, great. So you must always choose if you want to leave explosives in hand, or if you want to if you leave them in hand, then your opponent can just Prismari command them. If you don't play it, they can force of negation later for it. So it's a risky either way. I'll definitely lose this match. I can play two silence though. Maybe another burn spell and I kill them next turn. We'll see. Let's see, I have 8, I have 13. It's close. They also have Borrower. They can play Borrower to block one of my Scions. They can also attack with Borrowers. They also get two more footfalls next turn. I can't block. I just have to top deck something. Okay, Violent Outburst is good. It means they can't play Borrower to block. This means that I just have to top deck another burn spell. Okay, burn spell. It's not a burn spell. Okay, as I said, I have 13, which is not enough. So I can go to game 3. I just wonder if I didn't skip that turn, would I be in the same situation? I'm not sure. Okay, so missing 2 damage here, unfortunately. Okay. This looks pretty decent. I think Bubble acts as explosives act as a bubble. In this matchup, I will play for 0 mana, so it can get Scry from a Channeler. I think I want to go with more than a Cattle here. Maybe I don't need this many bindings. Bindings is good though. They play Blood Moon. So I guess I'll just go like this. It seems good to me. Okay, have the 2 lands, have the 2 denials, have Ragavan, Goif. This looks good. A good starting hand. I have all I could wish for. Also, opponent only getting to 5 is always good. Okay, let's see if they have that gone. I would definitely like to connect with Ragavan. Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Why I didn't play my land? I just play so sloppy today. I guess they don't have it anyway, but I should have played a land in a situation where they didn't act on their turn. So in a lot of these situations, opponent tries to use removal on your turn, but you play cards like Spell Pierce, Stubborn Denial, so it's always a fail. Okay, I need to. This Goif will grow eventually, but I need to grow him as soon as possible. Let's see what will be my draw from turn. Not the greatest draw. Okay, Fire Ice. Okay, at least I can grow my Goif a bit. I still have a solution for their what is it called? Crashing Footfalls. Okay, I can play. I can put Giganta into hand in this situation, and still keep 1 mana for denial. Well, I guess Valnakatal was better than Goif in this situation. When on the play, I should have probably just put the Valnakatal in. On the draw, maybe keep Goif. Okay, I want to play Channeler first. In case my opponent goes for Footfalls in combat, I can get ability from the Channeler. It will be a problem if they have Force of Negation plus Footfalls. Of course, they have Footfalls, but I'm hoping to counter the Footfalls. If they have Force of Negation, that could be a problem. Okay, I'll just try to counter this, get my ability. Cow is pretty good. But in case they have a Force of Negation, if they have Force of Negation, then if I put Cow in the grave, then at least my Goif will be a 4/5, so they can jump, they can block Ragavan, and then I can bolt the other token. So maybe it's better to get closer to Delirium and grow my Goif here. Okay, they don't have it, but I'm getting the 6 damage through. Feels pretty important. Let's see the Ragavan. What will Ragavan get? Okay, just a breeding pool. That's fine. I'm putting a stop on my upkeep to trigger a channeler. Or maybe I can do it on their turn. We'll see what they play. Okay, they're on 4. That's very good. So I probably have a removal here. Okay, Footfalls is not a problem. Footfalls is not a problem. I will try to if I get, of course, if I get, they suspended the footfalls. Yeah, they did. So just one card in hand. Just one card in hand. I can do this on upkeep, not to waste the treasure. So I'll just go bold here. I didn't find the land. Okay, they concede. Okay. Didn't have a delirium at the moment, but I had one more draw from the draw step. Okay, 3-1. Ah, that Merfolk game. That Merfolk game was so close. I should feel like I should have won that match 3. I was in a didn't have a good hand, but I was in a decent position anyway. I have to mulligan this. This is unkeepable. Okay, so I'll put back a land. Unfortunately, I'm playing second here. Keep binning the boat. Hmm. I'll go for a creature here. I'll go for Ragavan, and I'll save Mishra Bubble to play it next turn with Channeler to get the ability. Maybe they don't have a land. They didn't still play it. Okay, they have it. They didn't want to attack, so they kept Channeler in the block. But with the land on the field, they just miss one type to make Channeler 3-3. Hmm. I'll just play my bubble and get the surveil. I have to bin this. Land gets me land I need to play the Scion. I'll check the top of my library to see if I want to draw this card or not. I kind of don't want to draw this. So I'll fetch again. Fetch again, keep my mana open for the Stubborn Denial. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so I scry Forest on top. I pay 3 life, shuffle my library, and I get that same forest. So, what are the odds of that? I think this can be right. This MTGO shuffler. There is stuff that is wrong here, just wrong. Okay. I think. Hmm. Do I block with Dragaman or do I block with Channeler? That is the question. If they play the Murktide, at some point this Channeler is pretty dead. So maybe Ragavan is a better choice here. I do like the Surveil abilities though. Okay, I'll do it like this. And now a Channeler is closer to Delirium. They can get Delirium whenever they want. Seems like they didn't want to attack this turn. They play a Murktide. Okay, they play a Murktide. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Murktide is 5/5. And I did get another Ragavan, so it was a good choice to block with Ragavan there. I can keep Stubborn Denial here, play the Scion next turn. If they get the Delirium, it will be pretty tricky. Okay, no Delirium, that's good. Just 5 from Murktide. Still trying to draw into something. Okay, just the basics. Guess I have one more turn to draw something. They probably get Counterspell, then they probably get very close to Delirium. Then they probably kill me in the next turn, but I really didn't have much choice. I had to play this. Okay, they just need... they can just crack... Okay, that's it. They can just crack land to get the Delirium. So this one's theirs. Okay, so I'll bring in Unlicensed Hearse. I'll bring in Glyphs, should be pretty good in this matchup, be pretty large. I'll put one Cindervines in on the draw, on the play, and I put probably both of them on the draw. They play Dresden, Sulcat, one Kavu. I want all possible burn spells. I want all the one drops. Actually, want a lot of these cards. I can probably cut one bubble here. Maybe one channeler, since I'm bringing in glyphs, and they'll bring in some graveyard hate. But still, I have two cards. I still have two cards extra. Still too many cards, and I want all of them. I wouldn't mind one Flusterstorm also, but it's pretty crowded in here. All these cards are pretty good on the draw, especially on the draw. So maybe I just don't put the Cindervines in. I think maybe I don't need it on the draw. And one more card. I need to get rid of one more card. Hmm. Maybe it's just another bubble. Yeah, I think it's maybe just another bubble. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, I can get green, blue, and have a blood crypt here, so I can get the basic with Mesa. That seemed like a decent plan. Okay, so green, blue here. That sounds like a plan. Unfortunately, this way, my Nakata will be just a 2-2 on the turn 2. But I think this is the ideal way of playing my lands to get the basic on turn 3, and the white one is the most important basic here. And I'll still be able to play my cow as a 4-4 and attack for 2 over the channeler. Then get basic planes on turn 3, be safe from the Blood Moon. Okay, Goif is a good top deck here, but I'll play definitely Kawu first. So Nakata going for 2 this turn, but it will be a 3-3 next turn, it's fine. I just hope they don't have a dress down in this situation. Okay, Heat. Unfortunately, in this situation, they're able to heat the Nakato, which is okay. I think it's fine. Okay, so going for the basic, playing. So shit. I can play Golf and get basic and hold denial. It's kind of problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. So maybe I don't get the basic. I get the Temple Garden. Then I play Goif. They have explosives in hand, so I got to be careful of them playing the explosives for 2. Hmm. I think I'll just have to go for Temple Garden. I think I'll just have to go for that. I'll have to remove card from their graveyard to disable the Unholy Heat for them. Okay, so Goif, hold the denial. Let's see what I'll play this turn. I have lethal for next turn. It's just explosives, as I thought they'll try to do this. So I have stubborn denial to try to counter this if they don't have a spell pierce. So I can try to do this, see what happens. Okay, they have the pierce. It's fine. It's fine. I still get to attack. They have to use 2 mana next turn. Okay, I'll get more damage through if I just bolt the channeler. If I just bolt the channeler, more damage is going through, so I get 9 damage through, so which means bolt is lethal next turn. Okay, so let's just do this. Just bolt there. Attack. Put them on 3 life. Remove card from their graveyard. And just win next turn. Okay, so this should be it. Okay. So they have just 1 mana, which means if they play Spell Pierce, I have 2 mana to pay for it. And that should be it. Okay, time for game 3. Time for game 3, so... There are good cards I could put in, definitely. I think I want to cut some of the 1-drops on the play. I'll cut another Channeler, cut 1 Ragavan. I think I maybe can also cut 1 Tribal Flames on the draw, and I have some good cards to put in. Like maybe Flusterstorm is better than Denial. On the Flusterstorm may be better than Denial on the play. In the early game, but I still need Denial to be able to get rid of Dress Down, Blood Moon, so maybe just 1 Flusterstorm like this, I like it. Explosives could be good if they start aggressive with a lot of 1-drops. Cindervines also. I really don't board in same way every game against same matchups. I try to feel the situation, the player. I try to guess what they'll do. Um, so sometimes I've just forgot what I usually do, and I don't have time to check my own sideboard guide. So I just think about it a bit and do it as I like in that moment. But these the main stuff are always the same. It's just small tweaks and very very small changes each time. So I'll just go with explosives and I'll put 1 Cinderwise in as a 5th solution for Blood Moon. I think this looks good. And let's see what I can do with this setup. Okay, 1 lander, that's not an option. 2 lander, but a bad 2 lander. Really bad 2 lander. Can't do much with these 2 lands. Can't do much really. So this is also mulligan. Well, sometimes this is the zoo with zoo deck. Sometimes you just this happens. That's what I tried to solve with another with the previous video. If you saw it, where I played Abundant Harvest. So with 4 Abundant Harvest, you can kind of keep this kind of hands, like the hand before this one and this one. And just if you have Abundant Harvest in hand, you have 4 of them in library, so it's a high chance to draw it on turn 1. So in this situation, you can go turn 1 Ragavan, then turn 2 play Abundant Harvest, get your second land, play it, then play your other spell if you can, play Bolt, and then try to connect with Dragaman, so stuff like that. So, but in this situation, not very good for me. I really just can't. I can keep this, but uh, it's not good. I think if I go to 4, it's hopeless. So I'll just try this, see how it goes. Hope to draw another land. Maybe I just keep a Bolt and binding to get rid of their early threats. Okay, I can kill a Ragavan. That's something. It would be better to go for Blood Crypt since I have planes, and that way I can just get Breeding Pool and have full domain. But I have Stubborn Denial in hand, that's why I'm considering going Steam Vents here. Maybe Steam Vents will serve something. I think I'll go for Steam Vents because of the denial. Maybe I'll be able to play it. I go for Bolt immediately here. It's better for them to have another Ragavan than to spell Pierce my Bolt on their turn. Okay, I don't mind another Ragavan. I just don't like my Bolt being pierced. Okay, so it's good I have Temple Garden. Steam Vents was a decent choice. I can play the Leyland Binding here. Seems like a maybe best option. Can also go Hearth. If I play a Hearth next turn, there's a chance it will get countered. But I think I just need to get rid of this second Ragavan. When a Ragavan hits Zoo, nasty things can happen. They can exile Channeler, they can exile Glyph, unlicensed Hearth, Bolt, stuff like that. It gets really bad real fast, so I think I will succeed to resolve this unlicensed Hearth, which is very good with two channelers on the field. I can hold blue mana open this way, so that's the reason why I'll go for Hearth instead of Cow this turn. Okay. Okay, they keep something on top, so they probably won't be cracking the fetch. Just attacking for 1 here, for 2. What are they keeping? Maybe they're keeping Counterspell. At least with the Hearth, I will be able to keep these channelers 1-1, but they will get a lot of these delirium triggers, surveil triggers. Sorry. Okay, they didn't draw a card. They left on top, so I get the strand. I get the strand. I can hold this to get a breeding pool if needed. But for now, I'll just keep it to try to go for a Savage Realm end of turn to get the full delirium. Maybe even cricket on my turn, so I'm able to hold blue mana all the time. Okay, they go for basic, they play iteration. I think it would be very good to counter this iteration. I'll go for it. I'll risk the pierce or whatever. Okay, before countering this, I will remove the bubble and the pierce from their graveyard. This way or no, I let this resolve. Oh my god. Accidentally click OK. I will lose because of this. I'm definitely lose because of this. Wow. 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 It's just incredible. It's incredible. Wow, just one click and I fail like this. Oh my god. Accidentally clicked OK. I just wanted to exile Masha Bubble first, so they can't play Unholy Heat in response to my unless it's Cursed ability. And I accidentally clicked OK and resolved their iteration. Wow, this was really, really bad. Really, really bad. Now I can't even play my Sign of Draco because I didn't fetch for Savai Triumph. This is just terrible. Such a stupid way to lose a game. Such a stupid way to lose a game. Okay, I'll just go for Kawu attack. Try to get rid of their delirium as efficiently as possible. It's a incredibly bad way to lose a game. I will get rid of this too, in hope they don't have crazy amount of spells to play. I'll play my Scion when they don't have 2 mana open for counterspell. So just try to remove everything from their graveyard to try to get rid of their. So they're going blind. What? Okay. So they just wasted the heat on purpose or something like that. They're going for another channeler. Okay. Wow. They go on. What they do here? Murktide? Okay, they go breach. They go breach. Okay. They can heat now. Such a stupid way to lose the game. If I didn't do this, I would be able to counter this breach now and just comfortably win the game. It's a pity, it's a pity. Definitely a pity. I had everything and just clicked once accidentally OK and lost the game. Wow. Okay, so you saw. Oh my god. You saw just how close this league was. All the 2 matches I lost, it was incredibly close to win. I always feel like this when playing Zoo. I always get 3-2 or 4-1 or 5-0 in the most situations, and it's always pretty close matches like this one. you can finish 2-3 league like so with more situation like I had today. Sometimes you just accidentally click OK after uh, talking about countering the spell for 3 minutes. Sometimes they just have three lords in hand. You can play around that. So, but it's this league was incredibly close to 5-0. The last game it was mulligan to 5 with incredibly weak hand. And I got into control, completely control the game in situation where I had hers on the field, had Kawu on the field, making pressure, Scion in hand, and then I just accidentally click OK and lose the game. If I just counter that iteration, none of this would happen. They wouldn't have these find the iteration, three cards from iteration, then consider so incredible amount of digging they did. It's no wonder they found a breach. If I just counter the iteration, it would be completely different game. It is what it is. Luckily it wasn't a trophy game. I would be really mad if this was a trophy game loss like this. No, I hate losing like this. So just it's incredibly frustrating. But whatever. This is it. I think the league was a pretty interesting gameplay also. Mm, I hope you like the video and the comments and these different style of I have a little bit more time, free time in this period, so I'm able to do a video like this one, not just a replace. And that's it. Okay, so I'll let's just say some final words. This is like changes I did to my main list playing Nishoba Brawler. This is not new brew. I just changed 8 cards from my original version, not 8 cards in the main and some lands, of course. So it's just, if you consider last version, it's just Mishra Bubble instead of Abundant Harvest and Channeler instead of Nishoba Brawler. And some changes, land changes, so Blood Crypt instead of Tomb and Arid Mesa to support the Blood Crypt. But other than that, I decided to go with one Triumph. But after this league, I wonder if Savai is the right round. There was a number of situations where I really needed Zagot Triumph. So because I think the Zagot Triumph is the right one, and I will run next league with Zagot Triumph because I have a lot more red one drops now with Channeler and Ragavan. This means that more often I'll either go into Sacred Foundry or Steam Vents on turn 1, and if I go on Sacred Foundry turn 1, that means that if I connect with the Ragavan, I'll want to go for Zagot Triumph on turn 2 to play my Scion. So I think I will have to consider playing other Triumph. Also, maybe if I'm playing just one, in situation where playing just one, then always Xander Charm is an option too. But of course, with Windswept Heat doesn't get Xanders, so that's a slight problem. We would have to cut one heat for Misty, and then just play 2 heats in the deck, or maybe to play 2 heats and just accept that we have 2 fetches in a deck that doesn't get Xander Triumph. Unfortunately, this mana base is far less ideal than the mana base you saw the last mana base I made for my Nishoba version. So playing 4 strands, 4 heats, 4 wooded foothills with Zagot and Savite Triumph and these basics and fetches, so just a tomb instead of crypt. Yeah, they were like ideal. There were like ideal fetches for this deck, ideal number of white fetches and green fetches, and all fetches getting almost everything except for heat missing Wentz, Strand missing the Tomb, and Foothills, of course, getting everything except the basic planes. So it's just a very good mana base. This one is less ideal. Definitely, a lot of these situations you get strand or heat in situation where you need your crypt, and then you're unable to get the full domain. So this list, this mana base kind of is pretty much a lot worse than mana base in the Shoba version, because all of these things, and that's like the main reason to prefer the Nishoba version than this one. But if you're playing the channeler, then we really need the crypt to be able to, because we'll need double red more often. uh, and in this version we're not playing Nishoba Brawler, so we'll need Overgrown Tomb far less than there. So it's a switch. It's a switch, a pretty unfortunate switch to Blood Crypt. It's much harder to get Crypt in this deck than it is to get Tomb. With the 4 Foothills, 4 Heat in a deck, it's ideal kind of split, and you can always plan better. In this situation, you have just 7 sources to get the crypt, and you saw already on this small sample that is very often relevant. It will be far more relevant on a bigger sample, but even in these two three leagues I played with this deck, there were plenty of situations where I just wasn't able to grab the crypt for a long time, and I was forced to go to fetch another land, and then I stayed on a 4 land types for a long time. But it is what it is. It is what it is, and I will definitely consider playing other Triumph. Maybe, as I said, maybe Xander's. With Xander Triumph, there's one good reason to play Xander Triumph. Xander Triumph enables if you're planning on fetching the Xander Triumph on turn 2, uh, and you have 2 Nakatals in hand, you're able to play Nakatal turn 1 as a 2/2 with the Temple Garden. Then, if you're playing against a Ren opponent, your Ren opponent won't be able to ping your Nakatal. So it's pretty relevant in that matchup. And also with Xander Triumph in burn matchup, you can just go turn 1 Xander Triumph, turn 2 fetch forest, turn 3 fetch plains to get full domain. So usually with Xander Triumph, turn 2 you fetch forest, play your territorial Kavu, and then on turn 3 you fetch for plains, and you have the full domain with the minimal burn, uh, minimal hurting yourself. So it's a strategy I've taken a lot of time against burn with good success, and just being able to get those lands for not burning yourself too much can really help that matchup, especially when you're playing on the draw. Sorry. Okay, so that's it. This is the weakness, but the bubble is a great advantage of playing this version. Also, a channeler. I've had such a misfortune in this league. I feel like this should be easy 5-0 league on the better day. But as I said, sometimes these things happen, and just have to play another league to leave this behind me. Okay, so that's it. If you want to support the channel, click subscribe, click like, and I'll see you in the next zoo video.